figure pushing. He's obviously going over to Canberra to the camp in May, which we're still working towards. He's just going to give you a quick intro on blind cricket. We'll open it up to any questions and then put the glasses on and go over it. All good, girls? Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. Before I played for WA, I played for Queensland, ACT and South Australia, so it was we've really built into it nicely, so it took us a long time to move. It's played underarm. You would have seen us when we're training. So basically when you bowl, you have to ask the batter if they're ready, and then as you release the ball, you say play. It's got to bounce once before halfway and once afterwards, but it usually rolls, so you don't have to worry about it too much. When you're batting, the main shot is the sweep shot, which we'll go through with you when we're down there. It's not really the same as your usual sort of sweep shot. You don't want to triangle your bat, so you get the whole bat on the ground. Other than that, fielding, any guesses as the most important person on the field?
Keeper?
Yes, keeper is definitely
Got it.
the communicator. So I'm here with Nicole Walton, probably WA's one of their best modern day greats, I would say. How did you find the experience today?
Oh, look, I'm just blown away by you guys and how you go about playing cricket. I think today was probably my first experience with blind cricket, and I think just the way that you spoke to the group before we actually went out and participated, it's just incredible to know that there's different levels and how each person plays their role within the team, and I think having that experience to go out and have a crack at it was something I've never experienced, and I know that this group is truly inspired by what you guys do, so it was awesome.
Where's your hot spots?
I'm point.
Yeah?
I'm usually mid-off.
Yeah?
Yeah. Cover and mid-wicket.
Well, if you go mid-wicket,
We're all sort of...
and then point, so you can back each other up,
Yep.
and then mid-off.
I can go wherever, it's fine.
If you go cover, then you can back each other up. So you're left a little bit alone.
Yep, that's alright.
Did you have a go with the different eyesights? What was probably the hardest one?
I actually had to go with the B1, which is completely blind, and I had to go batting, and I felt that was the hardest because although I could hear the ball, even when I went down, I couldn't get my timing.
Yeah.
So I know Adam, obviously being a B1 himself, he was giving some really great insight to Alana, who experienced it, and just saying to wait that fraction longer, and it just goes to show how much training you guys have done to be able to still be able to hit the ball in that position.
What do you think was your best skill out there out of the three? You're obviously good at all three aspects. For you, what suffered the most, or what do you think?
Well, I definitely wasn't a good bowler. I kept bowling no balls. I wasn't bouncing the ball before
That's
the
not all
line.
skill, you forgot to say play.
Yeah, and play, so I wasn't really giving the batter a chance. But I think batting, I love the idea that you can sweep, reverse, conventional sweep, and play behind the wicket, and I think it's a really crafty way to score runs, and I found that was actually pretty cool to do.
My favourite shot, I floated through cover.
Yeah.
So I'll stand here.
Yeah.
And I'll put my back foot or front, either way, whichever way I'm setting up, on the wide line. What's something you're going to take away from today, you think?
I think, like you mentioned to the group actually at the end, how important communication is. I think to watch you guys demonstrate from the start how important the wicketkeeper is to communicating, not just with the whole group but the B1 individuals in particular, it just goes to show that from a safety point of view as well, but also from a skill point of view, how important it is to communicate. And I think for us as a group, we tend to go through the motions and take for granted a lot of the time being out there, and it just goes to show that communication is still a very important factor in cricket.
And we've got, sorry, what was your name again? Darren.
obviously you've been a very big exponent of mental health talk, and obviously with being in impairment, it's such a big life challenge that pretty much every player over their time, or every person with an impairment, has that over their journey. Is there anything you would say about that?
Yeah, I think for different reasons, everyone experiences some, form of mental health, and walking around and, speaking to some of the guys and their stories. I mean, Adam has kids, and, he didn't find out until he was 19 that was sort of the pathway he was going to go down, and even yourself would have an experience as well, and just to think that how much when that happens it can sort of affect you. And I'm inspired because the way that you guys sort of have turned it around into a positive and go about your day-to-day life and wanting to give back to us is incredible. And I think from my own point of view, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot to be grateful for today, but also being able to meet you guys that have gone through some hardship as well. I think I've actually probably learnt more from you than you guys would know.
Well, thanks very much for today. It was a really fun experience.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Yeah!